Go.
At approximately 10:31 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, my locomotive engineer on Amtrak Locomotive 455 struck and made impact on a BMW, color unknown, year unknown, make unknown, at Encinitas Station. At that time, there were present multiple number of San Diego County Sheriff's Office deputies that were assisting in the investigation on why the BMW was left on the railroad tracks at Encinitas Station. Please, let's make a note here. Video cameras were working. Rail signals were working. Rail bells were working. Locomotive engineers sounded the horn multiple times before vehicular strike occurred, and the crossbar with the light sounds and bells had lowered at the time of the incident, as well as the locomotive engineer had applied the emergency brake system. When the emergency brake system was applied, the BMW that was struck in the vehicular strike ricocheted, as well as debris from the strike hit a window, lower level, business class car on the Pacific Surfliner, as well as it damaged a secondary door on the left-hand side as you're trying to embark and disembark from the train. Once we came to a full stop, as well as all first responders made it to the scene, I spoke with the lead conductor and the two alternate conductors. One of the alternate conductors I spoke with stated to me, I said, "Looks like we have a car that became Swiss cheese." He corrected me and said, "No, it is shredded cheese." Okay. Also, I checked physically for any other damage throughout the interior of the train. Any windows or doors besides the one window and one door that was damaged. None of the above. After car number 2, which is the Pacific Surfliner business class car attached to Amtrak locomotive number 455, which is a General Motors make and model locomotive that began to be constructed, I believe, if I'm correct, 1994 or 1995. The investigation was 2.5 hours long. We could not get cleared until we had a new locomotive engineer to survey the extensive damage that occurred to the Pacific business class car number 2.
Understand.
Along with any other damages that may have occurred on the exterior as well as in the interior of the entire train set. Once we were released by the San Diego County Sheriff's Office at approximately, I would say, 12:55 a.m. We became on our way en route to Surliner Beach, which was only 5 minutes from Encinitas Station, and we proceeded, and they made a special stop after completing Surliner Beach at the Sorrento Valley Station, and completed our run to Old Town Station and finally Santa Fe Depot. At the conclusion of the series of events that occurred this morning, I was able to survey firsthand oil splatter, antifreeze, transmission fluid, and any other various fluids that occurred from the vehicular strike on the 30th of December, 2017. It looks something like a scene out of the movie Animal House, when Flounder and Otter and Bluto Bartowski got done after constructing the Deathmobile.
Oh my goodness.
I had, shall we say, comedy at its finest when I surveyed all the fluid splatter that made impact onto the windshield of the cockpit of Amtrak's Locomotive 455, and I also spoke with other ground personnel that were just rolling when they saw the splatter. We said Scott did a hell of a job.
Oh my goodness. I mean, what kind of New Year's Eve is this?
People, there are many lessons to be learned here.
Yes.
Before I conclude. Number one, if your vehicle is not fully functional, do not, drive it off the property or drive it off if it's parked in front of the street. Leave your vehicle at the house. Take Lyft, take Uber, call a partner, say, hey, dog, my car ain't running, or my SUV ain't running, my truck ain't running. I need to get to the store or something.
I hear you.
Could you go ahead, pick me up, and, because my vehicle's tripping. That's number one. Number two, this is very important for any deputies, active or reserve, on the San Diego County Sheriff's Office. Gentlemen and ladies.
Yes.
If you better pay very close, critical attention to detail. If you respond to a call of a vehicle that is abandoned on the railroad tracks, do not, and I repeat, do not, respond to the scene alone. You need to have your other fellow deputies arrive at the scene at the same time, as well as or the watch commander arrive at the scene as well. Because this could have ended up being a case where several deputies could have been critically injured, seriously injured, killed, dismembered, etc.
Yes.
Trains, be it passenger or freight, have right of way. Period.
For your safety.
Your safety.
Yes.
This is nothing to mess around with.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we care.
This is because, and here's the other thing. All right. This could maybe end up being a case where if legal litigation were to occur, Amtrak would win because the locomotive engineer and also the conductor crews were in the right of way when transporting passengers, luggage, freight, cargo, etc. On top of all signals were working, all video cameras were working, and the crossbars were working. So everything with elapsed time, when it's pulled, and if it goes to a court of law, Amtrak's going to win. San Diego County Sheriff's Office is going to lose, and the owner of the BMW is going to lose. Let me explain something. One final short detail, very objective to the point here.
Go right ahead.
BMW 0 Battle Cruiser 1. No brainer.
Oh, thank you,
Timothy. The car did not become Swiss cheese, it became shredded cheese. End of story.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your inside account.
And I will also be going to the San Diego County Sheriff's Office to get a copy of the sheriff's report pertaining to this vehicular property damage accident.
Accidents, yes.
That is it. I am done as far as my eyewitness testimony and verbal testimony for this late evening / early morning. Good night.
Thank you very much. This is Timothy Wimberly. He is first account on 10:30 p.m. approximately the Amtrak Railways accident, and I wanted to share with my listeners because it's very serious. There has been multiples within the last 3 years that he has started taking the Amtrak, Surfer, the Coaster, and the like trailways to work to Camp Pendleton. And there are multiple deaths, multiple accidents. There are people crossing those railroads thinking that they can get to the beach, take that little shortcut, but they take a shortcut out of here, off this earth. And families and friends and relatives alike are hurt because their members are gone or dismembered. Please be careful this holiday season. Please be careful this New Year's. We want to see you next year in 2019, and we all want to have a wonderful life. If you see someone on the railroads, call 911. Stop that person. Say, hey, that's the wrong direction. Go another way. And thank you for all those that have been involved, first responders and San Diego PD, for everything that you all did, Amtrak, and all of the district help there in Encinitas. Have a good night. It's 2:35 a.m., December 31st, 2017, New Year's Eve. Praise God, everybody. Be safe. Mona Star.